Her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. A powerbomb's not meant to be pretty, but oh man, does it get the job done.
Yeah, pretty sure they don't want to be taking any more of those.
Now looking a bit worse for wear.
And that unrelenting drive of Becky just paid off.
Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
She gets put in the corner.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
You say that, Becky?
When history's being made, not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Gentlemen, this is what I believe we refer to as...
And another just non-stop aggression.
Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
Got them off their feet here. Down in a hurry. 3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a 3rd-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
She's grabbing at the prize now.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands. Tamina is so close to victory now.
Could this be her moment?
She can do it! She can do it!
This is her moment. That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank,
Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso look to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers.
Facts. That was the real Usos, man. They need to go back to that.
Embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first 2 entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet. even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling
Solo Bloodline go hard.
15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, the New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the New Day costume to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place. And there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be
sour.
Clap for your world famous 4-time champs and feel the power.
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
Hello, Mike.
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell? New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown. In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
Oh, look, man.
Tag team championships on the line. May the best team win.
The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain, punishment.
2 of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to it.
The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
2 of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E. The obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed. The early quick cover, title on the line.
The champion staying in it.
Just got scary close to the 3 count there. Run! He's got his head no stick.
Gets the reversal. What a counter.
He's looking to completely render this leg useless. Oh, damage to the hamstrings.
And Big E clearly wasn't the aggressor on that exchange.
Yes, the Usos showing just how no-nonsense they can be. Double leg drop. Oh, bring it home.
Oh, man.
So many amazing matches
That's
between
so
these 2 teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the
Get out the way.
to bring the division to a whole nother level. You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these 2 teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap at the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day
Don't say
can't
the
get down and
booty-os.
dirty, especially when they have the Usos covered
For the title. Shoulder up before
Get
the
up.
count.
How did he do that?
You know.
Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. Come on. This has gone way too far. Just stop this already. The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father.
The champ with the pin.
Kicks out. He still has life.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Look at this. Boom. Nice. And this is a bad position for the champ to be in now.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke.
Gets lifted into position.
Get up, Pop.
Right on their face. Boom, running FTO plants him. Nicely done.
The challenger enduring
I
the
doing,
punishment.
man.
Yeah, it looks like the New Day was able to catch them by surprise.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the
Yo,
New Day
Jay.
walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Get up, Pop.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. And Big E falls to a counter.
Yeah, that one looks to have busted Big E up.
Yeah.
And into the corner he goes. Oh, Enziguri.
And now he's back into the ring. Carried in a jeopardizing position here. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Uso clearly ready, flying, misses big time. From the top, double axe handle connects.
The champion taking even more of a
both.
beating here.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now. Uso splashed by Jay. Innovative cover, new champion coming.
And the Usos are 5-time tag team champions.
Damn, Jimmy.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
Hell in a Cell just became the Uso Penitentiary.
It was barbaric. It was volatile. It lived up to the hype is what it did. The two greatest tag teams in the entire industry, raising the bar of competition inside the demonic structure.
He let me do this.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time! I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home? No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity.
Forearm gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied.
This is the worst spot she...
Gotta find a way to the guillotine. We're not gonna last long while we're bridging out. Incredible. Forearm smash.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
Yeah,
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Oh, look at head scissor.
And you still feel the glow when the lights are up?
Naomi's heading up top.
Taking flight. Whoa, look out. You got to be a certain kind of crazy to even think about attempting that kind of offense. But I can't say it didn't pay off. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't necessarily the same Naomi the WWE Universe or Bayley is used to.
And Naomi says that after taking time off, she's better physically and mentally than she's ever been. And in her career. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh, what a back elbow.
Might just have the quickness advantage over the champ. That could factor into this in a very big way when push comes to shove.
Oh, momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Naomi put a stop to that.
She's able to stop the blitz that was coming her way.
Could be the turnaround Naomi needed in this match.
Oh, a springboard roundhouse.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Boom. Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression, the way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Bang! Crucial counter there. Oh, and a reverse DDT. Not so fast. Hurricane Rana. Quick reflex is so important in a match like this. Naomi had it turned around. I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how maybe not, maybe not. And a kick out before even one there.
She is still very much in this.
Oh, a spinning heel kick. Oh, she manages to reverse it. And here we go, returning to the ring. Setting up for something here. Fighting free there, and that can be all the space that is needed.
Naomi finds her target with that one. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Uh-oh. High angle belly-to-back suplex. Quick thinking from Naomi. Oh, strong impact. The head scissor takedown.
Spinning heel kick.
Using the ropes, misses the target.
Pow, what a shot.
A reversal, well scouted.
Find some payback with their own reversal. Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse.
Ooh. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
That can't be how Bayley envisioned tonight going.
And now Naomi is thriving off the audience.
She keeps on talking, but is she actually going to deliver? Off the rope.
Ooh, that got the official.
There's the heel kick.
Ooh. And a disorienting blow to the head there.
Bayley showing no answer for the attack. Naomi can't be stopped right now. Forearm to the face.
Ooh-wee.
Off the rope.
Springboard into the kick.
That was disastrous. And gets sent right into the corner.
Now lifted onto the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the? I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenge... was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
On a flying forearm smash. Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
If Bayley can just weather this storm, she'll be fine.
Oh, man. Naomi, feel the glow. And she lets go of the hold.
Maybe she didn't like the leverage or grip she had on that mission, Cole.
Climbing up, she got something big planned here. From the top rope.
Boom! Denied and slammed down.
Oh, stop right to the hand. All measured up.
Drop kick to the back. Naomi showing her instinct.
Drop kick.
You can tell she's got her right where she wants her. Able to make a timely escape.
Oh, a reverse DDT. Hits the drop kick. Takedown, and now punches rights. Oh, my God. Oh, that hurt to the chest.
Bayley has Naomi right where she wants her. Looking to dim the glow.
Bayley. Oh, flat by Bayley.
That could be enough to continue the reign.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
How? Kicking out at one after that is unheard. Are we going to see it?
She's out the ropes to force the break.
Crucial display of ring awareness on that escape.
And able to beat Bayley to the punch.
Big down low. Code red. Laid down with a powerbomb. This athleticism is off the charts.
Oh.
Going right back to the head area.
And this is why you've always got to protect your neck.
She dodges out of the way.
Oh, Bayley to belly.
Cover.
Two. And she fights it off.
She just won't stay down. The role model has her shot lined up.
Caught the leg. Caught in a dragon screw.
Game changer. Bayley and Naomi both worn down, both exhausted. But this is about winning. This is about being the better woman in the history books. Enziguri finds its mark. Oh! Ooh, what a forearm club. Wow!
Oof. And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
Yeah, Naomi's at full throttle. An elusive Bayley there. Ooh, bullseye.
And This is hard to watch, guys.
Yeah, each blow to the head is worse.
And a heinous attack to the knee.
Oh, solid form. And Tajiri finds its mark. Takedown, rolls through, shoulders down. Oh, this has got to be it.
Kick out after one from the challenger.
This match continues on. Ooh. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Getting to her feet here, stumbling into the lion's den. Nice Japanese arm drag.
Ooh, she puts the brakes on that. Spinning heel kick. Look at that counter from Bayley.
Turns that away.
Look at this. Not looking like an athlete that wants to compete at all.
Looking more like a chicken to me. Ooh, slam with authority. Man on the rope, four.
Shoulders are down. To retain. Fights out at two.
This is going to come down to who wants it more.
Going for another top rope maneuver here.
From the top.
And no one.
Using a handful of hair to deliver the snapmare. And this is even worse, Mike. Goodness! She's locked in, about to go for the kill. Catching a drop kick. And Naomi is looking to put Bayley away, looking to finish things.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle.
She's looking winded after taking so much damage to her midsection. She's got to feel like a fish out of water.
On a flying forearm smash. There's the heel kick. Ooh. Oh, a spinning heel kick. Oh, what a kick! And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Bayley is getting the window shut at every opportunity.
There's the heel kick. Ooh. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And back into the ring she goes. Neither superstar giving it.
These two going straight for straight. Here we go. It's pop.
These two are clearly fired up, going blow for blow.
Oh! They are emptying their tanks, going back and forth like this. Oh, ouch!
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
This one's about to be a...
The champion into the pin. Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much... What a tank. Went for the submission, but the opponent got too close to the ropes. Now trampling the opposition.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. And an elbow drop for added measure.
Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Oh, quick way to respond with the reversal. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE. Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Stops to legs. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's any... thing Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Head scissors takedown.
Very nice.
Looking a little dazed here.
Trying to chop her down with a low kick.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off from Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match. Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
Placing her against the turnbuckle. Oh, enziguri. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. The champ is going for the cover.
She kicks out with authority.
She's not going quietly into the good night here, making things very interesting. Oh, my goodness.
Whipped into the corner with tremendous force. Right in the jaw.
Ugh, what a shot.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
Head scissor into the takedown.
Action now right here in front of us.
Guys, we may need to move soon.
Wow, what a strike to the back. And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit.
Oh. Boom!
Boom! Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Oof. Boom! What? Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A right there. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise. Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied. The Achilles lock applied. This is agonizing. This could be it. And I think this is just fights her way out of the Achilles lock.
She better get back in the ring. Not much time left.
Nice running crossbody.
And is it enough? Is this the end?
She just dug down deep there, but I don't know if she'll be able to do it again.
Oh, what a quick answer. And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley.
Uh-oh, feel the glow!
There it is. It is. It's locked in.
This is the most compromising position she can be in.
She has to find a way to shift her body out of this. She needs to escape immediately.
A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. Fighting back with everything she has. Ouch. I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. Yet for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked. To the sky.
Oh, crossbody over the top.
Got all of it.
Climbing the turnbuckles to the top.
Perched up top. Diving leg.
Drop. Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice. And now placed in the corner.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
Yeah,
She heads out of the ring.
Needs to mind the official count.
Into the ring again now.
Well, he is some athlete. Leg moonsault! We might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
Shoulders are down. There we get it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country, and then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Here's the bell.
To wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Returning to the ring now. Attacking the knee.
He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together. Cranked around into a neck breaker. He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank.
Alpha had that well scouted. Uh-oh.
Slam down. He can barely gain his footing, and he has no clue what's coming.
Body slam.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map.
Incoming! Good Lord! Taking flight!
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent. Headbutt! Toss their opponent.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Big slam.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
And Alpha was a step behind there.
Devon looking to push the advantage after that.
A punch! Definitely some damage dealt to him there.
Oof, man, what a hit.
Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned? Whoa. Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Delivering nasty stomps. Caught with that sharp elbow.
Sliding back into the ring. Ooh, headbutt.
Nothing pretty about that.
Picked up and being carried around now. Nothing fancy there. No count out as he takes things out of the ring.
Sharp knee.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they...
Watching! Whoa, what a landing!
Cuts the attack off.
What now?
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Every attack is lingering even longer right now.
Yeah, he's abs. Lift off.
Oh, my. At this stage, the damage is really mounted.
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point.
He has to be in a world of hurt here.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon. Devon wobbling. Looks vulnerable. Ooh, down to opponent. And a double. Uh-oh.
Alpha gets intercepted. Devon with a kick to the guts. Turns his opponent around and saving grace.
That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
He gets back into the ring. And that was a rough landing from that toss. Down with a suplex. Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
Sharp punch.
I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a yard sale.
A reverse reversal. He saw that coming.
What a display. Trying to go for it again.
Cut out by Bubba Ray.
The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Doubleville. Absolutely spiked DDT.
Looking to explore things ringside now. Has to find a way out of it. And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage. Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Afa and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train, it's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. Discus punch.
Oh, right to the throat. He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Uh-oh. Look out below! The airtime, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Afa and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table.
Up high.
Uh-oh. He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught.
Intercepted by Bubba. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Afa and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
Hey, that's my water bottle.
Don't worry about that now. Just get out of the way, Saxton.
Drop kick with precision.
Yeah, that's some nasty offense imposed on Sika.
Devon Dudley caught it from way up. Double axe handle.
Coming back from the outside now.
Uh-oh. Dropping the elbow right on the knee. Nice job dodging contact there.
And we can harp on how this match was
launching.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time. They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Gets out of the ring. What's going to happen now? Totally helpless at the moment.
Can't prepare your face for that. Oh, my God. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Getting back into the ring now.
Oh, boom.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Afa or Sika headbutt. Wow, oh my gosh!
He's really throwing all the damage he's taken up till now.
Every aspect of this. Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible. Afa and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. Oof, back elbow puts a stop to things. These two showing how well they know each other. I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here. Really just laying it in. Landed neck first. Caught in a bad spot. Into the foot slam. Oh my goodness.
dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Alpha never saw that coming.
Uh-oh. From the apron, this isn't going to be good. Splat!
What's Sika thinking here?
From the top.
He'll make his way to the ring.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestling.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be kicked. Oh, look out.
Crash and burn.
Did you see that? Risking it all and taking an awful fall. There was some power behind that punch. Holding in on the arm.
Oh, he had that scouted. He's looking defenseless at this stage.
At this point in the match, there's no time to recover. The damage is done.
He's finding himself in some territory he does not want to be in.
They have tried their hardest to avoid damage, but I think the table might be coming into play sooner rather than later.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yet,
up high. You gotta be kidding me.
Took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed. Ooh.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Up to the electric chair, down for the drop.
Bubba Ray, full Nelson, bomb.
We could be moments away from Sika's doom.
Cinching in a waist lock, but right.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one.
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest crown and the heaviest head.
Melo has indeed proven worthy of said crown, but he's face-to-face with a man who has a seat at the biggest table in WWE.
Well, both men have earned their status.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right into the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship. Carmelo Hayes is feeling himself and allowing the WWE Universe to feel him as well. Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT Universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-Champ.
Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here? Targeting this.
Escape and a takedown.
And a stop to the gut, too.
Man.
Oh, man.
Right on the arm. You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy.
Ooh, and fights back.
With the first 48.
Melo didn't miss there. Can he retain? Right into the pin.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his game plan.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse. Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning Solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours. Winding up.
Samoan spike. Could that be enough to gain the title?
Hayes now on the offensive.
Springboard, but nobody home.
Big forearm.
He just flipped the script there.
Clothesline. And gentlemen, we may be moments away from the Street Champ becoming the North American Champ.
That didn't go as Solo pictured. Crank in the head.
Melo has Sikoa in his sights, looking to retain his title. Hayes in full control.
Suplex into a cover.
Perfect execution from the champ.
2 kick out. Still has hope.
That's how much winning this title means, to give everything you've got. I don't know how much you can have left after that, but you've got to be impressed.
And it may just take going to the well one more time with that maneuver to gain the pinfall.
Oh, the face has been planted.
Title in the balance with the pin.
Oh, the champ narrowly kicks out.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
Up and down, what a gourd buster. He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd. All eyes are on Solo now.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around.
Oh, the face has been planted. Saw it coming and...
Carmelo Hayes gonna turn a suplex.
Oh my goodness, what a cutter.
That's it, the title's going nowhere.
2. Now this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight? Let me point...
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Oh, what a drop kick.
On the mark. Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to bring Trick Williams into NXT 2.0 changed the trajectory of Carmelo Hayes' career. Trick told Melo 12 months ago, forget about pandering to the NXT Universe, just focus on yourself. And that was the day that Melo truly became the A-Champ.
We saw Solo Sikoa join the Bloodline just 10 days ago. But this bond between Melo and Trick might be even thicker than blood. Oh, that could break an arm. Hayes is being cut down at every corner.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point. Connects on the kick. Sikoa in command. And you got to wonder if Melo is regretting his words, regretting his actions.
Calculating the next move here.
Tiebreaker. This could do it.
And quick getting the arm up.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0.
And now he's looking to lock in this submission.
An uncanny showing of, and he very quickly counters. Oh, kick connects. Hayes quick to counter.
Down the hard way. You know what he's thinking, and it is not good. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Ooh, right to the throat.
And gentlemen, we may be moments away from the Street Champ becoming the North American Champ.
Ooh, driving the elbow. Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah, but 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too.
Oh, roundhouse kick.
Oh, stomping away.
What a clothesline. And another stiff shot to the head here. Sent right into the corner. Point of the elbow, nailed it. What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do. And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be... Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes, ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48. And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win.
Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours. Oh, what's coming here? Submission move being applied.
Carmelo, a single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Springboard.
Went for the springboard and miss. With the first 48. Melo didn't miss there. Can he retain?
Turning it into a pin for the win.
Somehow. Still has the energy for a quick kick out.
Oh, and it's reversed. Heading to ringside now. Going outside. What's he got planned here?
Ouch.
Roundhouse kick. Man. Rearing. Uh-oh. Oh, he timed that. Carmelo Hayes with it.
Oh, turns it into a cutter. Chance to retain here. The champ might have put this one to bed. And the A-champ stays the A-champ.
Here